Right, looks like we're live again, so welcome back, guys. I'm just going to continue on with the illustration. I've just finished an hour or so back, and I'm just going to go through. We actually got a lot done in the first session, which is great. So I got, and it was, the test was very, very successful, which is fantastic. So we just got to create new world. I'll just go and show you sort of basically, I'll just do it with a couple of these things. Actually, one thing I wanted to try was a really hot nation and just sort of see what actually happened with those. But some of the hot nations are supposed to start underground. So actually, Satis would be a good one to test with the swamps. So let's go and do that one. So we've been testing all sorts of different factions. Also, should try to find one that's so just go to the loaded map and just go to arena, because this will be ultimately the arena map that we're going to be making for what we need. So we're just going to go click on OK and just call this one test and replace the one that was there. So Middle Ages again. I'll just go with I'll just make it a two-player game because that's all I've really got for land nations. And we'll go and change this one now to Satis. Where's Satis? It's down here. There it is. And the other one, we'll just go back and make that a human nation as well. And this one will be so we've got the flooded caves here. This will be an interesting one. This will be a really interesting one when we get to do the, and hopefully we'll do it in this session, just do some testing on what we're doing. Actually, I forgot to get the chat out. I'll do that in just a second. But yeah, we need to find one that's got where it was the Abyssia. Yeah, these use heat. Let's just see what happens with Abyssia. We'll just click on OK. Okay, and random. Yep, this has got heat 3 coming in. That's good. And then the other one, I'll just go OK, random, and OK again. So we should have swamps, and I don't know what will happen with the heat that we end up with in through here. So enter the name of your god. That's fine. OK, and we'll just watch what actually happens with this map. So I'm really impressed with the way it's working. Just got a few little things we have to tweak. Let's look at Abyssia first. Oh, good. This actually made Wasteland as well, out of heat this time. So this has got 5 heat, and so it's actually cooked the map. We've got swamp over here for Satis, and we've got farmland in the middle. Yeah, this is looking great. We do have a forest out through this other side, and we actually have highlands back out through this other side as well. So now I'm assuming highlands won't be affected by heat, but the forest will. That would be interesting to see. It would be interesting to just play this one out. In fact, we can do that. It's probably going to take too long to actually we can just host it. Let's have a look now, see what happens. Nothing much has changed in there. No, this hasn't changed. Okay, so it's going to take a bit longer than this. Let's just go back out again. Just end our turn, yes. Just keep on hosting just for a little bit longer. So there's combat happening everywhere. Just see if because they should be expanding. Let's have a look at Satis. This is now early fall in year 3. Yeah, look at this. This is, I should have checked this one out before, but this is now all changed into swamp in through here. So I'll end that one, and we'll have a quick look at Abyssia as well. Oh, we're under siege. And these haven't changed. Okay, so we have not seen, one that we know anyway, we're not sort of seeing too much things sort of happening, but this is now extreme heat here as well. This should eventually switch to something different where the forest just can't survive. That one there is also under extreme heat. Yeah, anyway, it's interesting to sort of see this. So it should change over time. Now that's interesting. They've actually been able to get their dominion all the way through here. Anyway, that's what the map's looking like, which I actually quite like this one. It's actually looking very, very cool. So yeah, let's actually go back. Just quit without saving. So as we discover the map, it's then going to be sort of shown. So we need to do a fog of war as well. So I'll just quit without savings. I'll quit here, and I will actually just have a quick look and see. Again, I'll just go and pop out the chat. It's just so it's over there. And I'll just bring that one across. All right, so Now again, this is not my normal streaming time, so we'll just get back into it. So I've got a few things I need to do. I need to go and change I need to tweak a lot of the stuff that we've got set up. Yeah, so let's go and do that one now. So if we just go back across and open up my graphics program. And Arena Map DOM 6, there it is. And so this is the water map that we actually ended up having. So we've got water is actually, we need to now go and grab the water map and use that for kelp. So the kelp has to be sort of tweaked and changed in here. So we need to take what we've done here as a basis for what's going to then happen with the rest of it. Now we also need to get rid of this whirlpool type thing. I can leave it where it's actually just got the graphic. I can't put these graphics over the top of it. And I don't think I can do that with anything, to be honest. So I'm just going to go back into my foreground layer and just turn that one on or off. Yeah, so that's actually all part of this one. I don't think there's any real good reason to leave these. So let's just go back in and get rid of a lot of these things. I don't think it's going to help with what we're trying to do here. That's actually not too bad. I'll leave that one there, but I'll just get rid of these small graphics. Even those, I think we'll just ditch all of this stuff. I can do a bit of a marquee select. Oops, probably want to keep that top one, I think. Might leave that bottom one. Okay, that sort of works in terms of, that'll make the kelp forest look a lot cleaner. Now what we need to do is, I need to sort of select everything really. So if I go and I've got water and I've got so this will essentially be my water layer for the kelp. So under the kelp, if I turn the kelp on, I'm going to need to essentially copy all of the different bits and pieces that we have for kelp. And so that means I'm going to have to control select these areas, and then we need to copy this and this. No, this and this. I'll copy both. I'll just copy actually that one and this one. Control C, then we go back into kelp. Sorry, that is kelp. That's not what I meant. We go back into water. Yeah, I need to copy this and this. That's the one. So Control C. Then we're going to go back into the kelp area, and we're going to unlock kelp. That's the one there that has to be unlocked. And from here, we're just going to go Control V, and we'll turn off the water layer. So the water layer has now been turned off, and we'll turn on the kelp layer, just so we can sort of see it. So we've actually got like a couple of different areas in through here that we need to get rid of. So we need to get rid of all of the stuff that's on this layer here, which is the actual forest itself, and then tweak these. So I'll just go Control D, and we'll just get rid of. I'll just turn that one off. I no longer need this one here, so I'm just going to go and delete that one. So that one's the one that we want, just this base copy. And then we've got detail in there, which we do want to keep on. And then we want to go and grab that layer there is fine now. This is now much cleaner than what we had seen there before. So that's actually now working, and it's now it literally is just now this layer here that we need to be tweaking. So I'll just go back into this other side and just go and marquee select all of these. Oops. that works. Okay, so now this detail layer, we just need to get the kelp back in again. So I'm just going to go and just get the colour that's actually in here. Looks like that may still be the same colour. Yeah, it was close. It keeps on changing. It's weird, as soon as I let go, it flicks back. I'll just go back to this layer here and just see if that changes. Yeah, it does. Okay, that's fine. So we turn back on this layer, and then we just want to put the kelp on the inside of this one. So we just need to, so this will then fix the kelp up. So I'll just go across, and I'm on the wrong area. That's everything, and that's right. That's got it connected. Now we go back across to absolutely airbrush. Where is it? Decoration. Yeah. Okay. This is better. So we now just go back to the kelp and just start to draw it in these different areas as well. I am on the right layer. Yes, I am. That's good. So this is kelp forest. Okay, so that is now done for the kelp, and I actually want to now copy some of this across for water as well, like the areas. Actually, no, we've already done that. So if we have a look at if we just go back and lock the kelp layer, so kelp is now done. If we go and flick on water and then just flick these on or off, it's basically just what was there, but without the. That's interesting. We've got that up the top there is. Oh, no, it doesn't matter what's happening at the top. That's all right. So we've just got some stuff up the top there that we just don't need to worry about. But that doesn't matter if it's there or not in the kelp layer. So kelp has now been changed. I'm going to go back to the summer base and change the summer base because we were using the plane. I'm just going to go and grab the detail layer from here and move it down into the bottom, and we're going to then change what happens in the bottom layer. So that will be sort of tweaked. So we'll just turn off kelp, and we'll turn back. Actually, no, another thing we do need. Sorry, we do need to get kelp. I'm going to have to tweak a couple of these. I'll just go and unlock this again, because technically, well, that there can go above there. I don't mind having both of those separate, but both of these can actually then be then tweaked this way. So I'm just going to go and set both of these up. Oops, I'll just unlock both of those. So I might as well just keep the base graphics the way that they are. So we'll just go and merge these two layers. It's selected. So we've just now got all of the water is now on one layer, which is what we need. So so this ultimately. Is that going to still work? Yeah, I know. I have to do it a different way. I have to do it a different way for bringing it back in. So that's okay as well. I'll just go across. We'll leave that one where that is. So kelp is now done. And then we need to go back to highland, which is also needs to have the water layer in it. So I'm just going to go back down and select my flats. Sorry, I'm not going to select it. I'm just going to go and see that. Yeah, that should be it. We want that to be the reference layer, and then the layer that we're going to ultimately be copying will be the water layer. In fact, that's the only one I need. Yeah, I've turned the kelp off and turned this one on. Yeah, and that's all I need actually, just for the other one. So I'm just going to go and copy this one across. I don't need to have that reference layer at the bottom there. So Control C, and then we go back up. Yeah, that still will be okay. I just have to unlock the Highland. Place this one above that one. Control V, and then just unselect water. And select that one. Yeah, so we then end up with all of this stuff. Now, what we have to do here is actually make it so that we end up with a series of locations that then become more like as if they've got rocks and caverns in it. Now, I've sort of already got these looking like it, but I'm going to have to put more into it. So, so on this same layer, I'm just going to go back up to. I'm just going to put both of those together, so they basically sort of end up being merged. Merge selected layers. There we go. Now we do actually have the. Oh, hang on. No, I don't want to do that, because the hue saturation that we have is actually not applied to this. It's only applied to the other bit. So that's all okay. And then we just go back up into here and then start to sort of then build what we need to build in around these different areas. And so this is like a chasm that sort of is now running sort of through the water. And if I sort of, that's just going to be the kelp. So we'll just go back across and now start to tweak the illustration. Now I might sort of do it like this a bit, I think. As if it sort of extends around under the ground. I'll bring this across. So this is a bit more involved than the other ones that we've sort of played with. Keep on sort of bringing these through, and I might actually put a separate little layer underneath all of this as well to then sort of do the colour on these. So another water chasm. There we go. Hi Jason, how you going? Alrighty, so that will be, I'll now make this the reference layer, and I will make a separate bitmap layer in through here, just to sort of take what we're doing. We're going to turn on the other colours. So let's now just go and place these in. Let's get the rock sort of just popping out the surface. Oops. Got to be accurate. This is such a good illustration program. Okay, so that's got all of those done, along with the other bits and pieces. Let's now just go back in and grab the brush. Now I'm just going to go and change this one so that it's not going to do anything else at the moment. Then we're just going to go and add in just a bit more finesse around these different bits and pieces. So I'm just not going to worry too much about it, but just get a little bit of extra light coming off this side. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then we'll just do the actual colour itself. So now I do unlock that one. Just come back into this. Hi, Tax Evader. So is there an intent to add a cave layer or something? Yes, there is, after this actually. I just want to clean up what I did beforehand. I've sort of, so the idea will be to then come back in and attempt to see what happens with, so we'll do some experimenting with the cave layer. So sort of like one of the gods of modding has actually responded to a question I had, so it's sort of so I'm going to be looking at and testing what he has said as well. Just sort of, no one's really sure because no one's actually done it yet, so we'll see what happens. So we'll sort of try to figure out what works and what doesn't work in this session if we can, if I get time to do it. But I just want to fix up the actual bait. So this is the top layer. So the top layer is working very, very well, except for three things. This is solving the second one. So we've solved the first one. It's the third one is going to be not very time consuming, but I'm going to go back and actually build a separate brush for fixing the last one, which is to make like a fog of war. And it won't take long to do that. Right, so that's all been done. That's now all the cavern layers, so that's good. That's the second thing we wanted to fix. So that's Highlands. Highlands is now done. So we've done Highlands, we've redone Kelp. So that's the Kelp layer. And then the last thing I wanted to do was actually the base layer. And I want this to be based on the Plains layer. So I'm just going to go and I'm just going to put the Highlands back and lock that one in just so I don't make any mistakes with it. Now this is so far the base layer, but I want the Plains layer to be the starting point for it. And then I want to add a few other little things to it. So I'm just going to go and grab Plains. We are going to duplicate the layer. So that's Plains copy, and then we're going to drag this down inside this other one. So we're going to have the Plains copy on top of these other things. Now I'll leave leave that one there. Yep, so that's actually working out okay. Now I'm just going to go and change a few little things. I'm going to move that one outside of there, which is fine. That's ahead of the layer that changes the colours. And this one I'm just going to move to the top outside of this one. And then I can then just ditch this one. I need to unlock that one though. There we go. So they're all okay. That's now given me a separate base for the colour here. I want to go and add another tonal quality over the whole thing actually. So over the whole thing here, which I will then sort of tweak. So I'm just going to go and add in a correction layer. I'm just going to do a hue, saturation, luminosity. And let's just see what actually happens to the whole map, like just the detail of the map when we actually do this one. And what I want to do is I want to get the saturation down. Oh, it's only doing that bit of it. It's not doing the whole thing. Oh, because I've still got plane turned on. Okay, forget that for a second. I'll just cancel that. So we'll just turn the planes off. So we're looking. It's actually above this one that we need to do it. So I'll just go back in and just do the new correction layer, which will be the hue saturation. So we want to get the saturation muted. That makes it all sort of go back to a bit more grayscale. Luminosity, we want to make it so that it's actually a lot duller than what it was. Like that. And the actual things that are on the map are showing up a bit too much. I think that looks good actually. So this will be for our base map. And actually that's not quite what we want actually when I look at this, because we're going to have to grab those areas. And that will be the bits that we need to have with this color. So I'm just going to go across into this area, and I'm just going to go and remove, edit, delete. If I just press delete, what happens there? Yep, then I need to invert this. Edit, layer, invert. Come on, how do we invert this? I hardly ever use this bit of it. Usually it's just Control I. I'll just try that and see if that one works. Let's go Control D, Control I. Yep, okay, that's inverted it. So that's got the so we've got the inversion now for like a darker version of what's going on. I'm going to deselect these areas so that these actually do show up. So I'm just going to paint these in. So if I'm in this layer here, I can just pretty much use any old color and just if I paint, it's just not doing it there. Let's go and try this. Yeah, that gets it back. Oops, I need to be careful here. What I'm going to do is I think I've still got the other. No, I didn't have the flats. The flats are still connected. So I'm just going to go back up to the flats and just grab these two bridges. Nope, that's still not working. Nope, still not working. I need to reference it. That's right. That's what it is. There we go. So in this case, I now just go back to my brush and just paint this in, because I don't want these to be muted. So the two bridges I'll keep fully as if they're just part of the base map, because that's a bridge across. Okay, Control D. Right, so we've got the bridges. So that's actually looking pretty good. The thing I'm not real happy with is the detail area in here. I'm just going to go and change a few things in here. I'm just going to go into the trees. I'm just going to go and grab those, and I'll just get like a green sort of colour. I'm just going to add a bit more than what we've sort of seen there before. Go back to the other one. So this will be a bit more of the unknown. Now we will always know what's in the middle of the map, but anyway, this will still just give a good indication. I'm just going to save that, and I'm just going to turn this layer down a little bit, just the opacity, just see what that does. Yeah, I want this to be almost like a bit hidden. That's actually good. I do like that. So this is actually like terra incognito. It's sort of the unknown territories, that sort of thing. And what I might do is I might get rid of a few of the houses as well, just while we're doing this. Just leave an occasional like ruin or something. Let's just leave it like that. So very minimal. Now the other thing I want to now do with this is I want to put another layer above this one, another vector layer. And I'm going to go and create a cloud asset to then sort of have the clouds actually running through here. I'm just going to go Control S. So that way it'll look like when it is terra incognito, there'll be different clouds sort of then running across the actual, across these top areas. Just go Control S in through there. And as you can see, a few little other things I want to change. So I'm just going to go back up to my outline layer and just going to change a few things in here as well. Just going to fix up where these aren't quite marrying up properly. Just to hide the imperfections, because it has to be perfect. Yep, that all looks good. Okay, so the next thing is we need to now make it so that that would almost be good enough, but I want to put a cloud layer on top of this. So I'm going to put yeah, I'll save where we are, and I'm just going to open up. I've got another one that I've been building the assets into, so I'm just going to go across to the assets here. This is actually how I've been building all the different bits and pieces. So we've got a that one there that's the copy of everything else down below. So I'm just going to delete those, and then we just turn this layer back on. So this is where I've been building everything. So this is my original stuff, and I'll make this one a little bit larger. So we've got the outlines. I should have to turn the grey lines off. Yeah, that's okay. That was a separate one that I put in, and then we just got the fill back in through there. So what we need to do here is to go and grab the outline, and I want to make it sort of like a bit of a cloud layer. So I'm just going to go and it doesn't matter what color I use here because it's going to make it black. So I've made it so that this one will always show black. Okay, there'll be one. I'll just do 3, that should be enough, I think. Alright, so that's sort of going to be all we need for the actual clouds, I think. So we'll just go and set these up with, so when I go into the fill, I'm just going to go back in. I'm going to make these a bit darker than just, I can still go white, you know. Actually, I'll go with grey, and then we'll make it come back to white. So I'll keep it about there, and just do the fill. Alright, so that's good, and then we'll just come back in and just start to grey up some of the other bits and pieces. Now I want to keep this one locked in. Just throw that into there, and then we'll get white. I'm thinking I'm going to ultimately be ghosting this back anyway, so I think I can get away with, I think I need to have a bit more contrast than what I've got with other things, but that's actually pretty good, I think. So we'll see how that one goes. And what I might do is just blur in some of the other areas. So I've just got the fingertip. I'll just go with, I'll try the fingertip and just sort of see how that works, just with blurring these things in. Actually, that looks good. It just does soften the cloud out. Yeah, so I can push these around a bit, which is nice. Here we are. I'm just trying to sort of keep the depth at the bottom without doing too much left or right, because I'm going to flip these around and have these going. That looks good, actually. They look good. I'm happy with those. So we're now just going to go and grab that whole group and duplicate the layer. And now just move that one off, turn that one off. And then this one here, I'm just going to go and grab all of these and combine them. Merge selected layers. That then leaves me with a grayscale image of the cloud, which is what I need. Just going to then go and box select, and then edit, register material, image. This will be cloud 01. Actually, I may already have. Yeah, I'll call it Cloud 01. I don't know if I've got another one that's actually. I think I've got. I think I've got one that I had already done, but from years and years ago. But anyway, I'll just use it. This would be for a brush tip shape. It's going to be placed into my little area under brushes. I'll just put it straight under brushes. Now the next one, same deal. This one's going to be. Now the Yeah, I'm a bit worried about how thick the outline is. But no, it should still be okay. We'll tweak it when we get in there. So this one will be edit, register material, image, for brush. If you do it wrong, you have to do the whole thing again. Cloud 02. Like it is a pain if you make a mistake with this. And then the last one. Edit. It's an image, Cloud 03. And use for brush shape. Place it in here, and these are all, again, I'm just checking that it's grayscale, otherwise this won't work. All right, that's good. That's done. And I'll now just go and register a material. I'll just go back to where we were working. I'll just save this one. And I'll just go and delete this one here. And just turn that one back on because that's the one we need. Do I want to do that? Actually, no, I might just go Control Z just so I remember to make this one grayscale. So I'll save that. Okay, close that one off. And now we've got the clouds that we now want. So let's just go back across to the tool, down through this other side. I think I'm going to base it on, I might do it on base, I can always tweak it. I think I'll start with the kelp. I'm just going to go and duplicate this tool. And I'm just going to call this one clouds. And for the icon tool, there's not much there. Look, it's part of the foliage, it's part of the vegetation thing that I'm doing with these things, so that'll be okay. Click on OK. So this will be now a clouds layer. I'm just going to go and tweak this one. So when we come in through here, let's go and change, first of all, the brush tip. So we've got 3 different types of kelp. So I'll just type in cloud. Oh yeah, that's just fine. So cloud 01, okay, that's the first one. So we'll start to sort of see it fill in here. Next one is cloud 02. And the third one is cloud 03. All right, that's cool. So this is what it's going to look like so far. Yeah, I don't know about this one actually. Maybe this isn't the best way to do it. Now we'll just go through. We've got spraying effect. We might turn that off. I'll leave it on for a second. I'll leave it on and just see what it looks like when I start to position it. I'll leave it like this. So the spraying effect is that's the scale of the actual thing itself. I'm just going to boost this up to say 100. That way we get big clouds, big cloud effects, and that's the particle size. And then we just go back up to the brush size. Actually, I'll make this bigger. Make that around about, say, it might have to be a couple of hundred. Or say 140. That we'll just try it there. So that's going to be sort of the way that the random clouds will then appear. So that looks okay to me. Let's just set this as the default for the clouds. And so when I come back through with the brush, I'll leave that open because we're probably going to have to change it. So let's just go through and change so if it's grayscale, whatever the outline is, so I'm just going to go and I'll start with the actual proper color, and then the base color, and through here I'll make this one into a bluey sort of color, I think, a bluey gray. Let's just do it somewhere like this and just see how that looks. Oops, hang on. And that one we just have to go back across. That's the wrong layer. Now we've got the this layer here has got nothing in it. The scale isn't big enough, but it looks good. So the look of it is actually looking very, very nice. Let's go to the spray effect and increase this quite a bit. So we'll make it say 150 and just see if that actually looks better. And try that again. That does look good. I think that scale looks good too. Might just reduce it down, say 5. Okay, that's going to be set as default for this brush. So that brush is now set in concrete. Now we've got some that are not really sort of appearing anywhere, but I'll just go and place these. Actually, I will change this. There's too many. They're too close together. So just go back and edit this one again. And so the particle density needs to be a lot further back in the spray deviation. I'll just leave it in there somewhere like that. It's if I sort of just drawing it, it's too much. That's not bad, but the actual size is too much. Don't know if that's going to help me. Let's go to the brush size. I can manage this. There's too many together. There's still too many. I think I'm going to have to manually do this one. We'll show a slider. It's already way down the bottom there. I need something in between. It's just not going to quite do it. Look, I'll leave it there. Save that as default, and we'll just work with it. Same, so I have to get a few more random looks to it. All right, so that's sort of like terra incognito, which I think works. What I could also do with this layer, which is why I wanted to put it on its own separate layer, would be to actually give it a bit of a ghosting effect like this. I don't want to look too much. This is why I did make it a bit dark. Yeah, let's see if it ghosted back to say maybe 60%, maybe a bit stronger. Let's try it around about say 75. Yep, that looks good. So that's the that's terra incognito. So that's actually now the base layer for everything. So we'll leave that there. All right. Now we haven't done the winter maps. Yeah, I really should get onto them as well. But I'm sort of keen to sort of try something with the underground as well. I want to experiment with that just to see what happens. But this actually is working well. So that's actually, that gets this one done. So we'll just go and do a quick save here. So this is save single layer as a Targa file. And so it's going to go straight into the Arena DOM 6. That's going to replace our base map. So our base map is now the terra incognito map. So that was actually handy doing this, because at least now I know that that's probably the best way to actually approach these. And then with the planes, we did a planes map. But when we came back through, we turned off this. And we turned off, what else did we turn off? That. So planes was okay. Then we did kelp. So this one has to be replaced. File. I don't know if we needed to do the ones with if it does take over the land, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And we did actually correct that and made it look a little bit better. So DOM 6 kelp done, and we also did the highlands as well. So we'll test it out and see what it looks like in situ. So we'll just leave that one off, and then we just go to Highland. Yep, so that one looks good as well. So file, save as Targa, and that is to replace Highland. Done. Great. Okay, so that's got all of those established. We'll just save what we've done. And I'll just turn back off the Highland and turn back on summer, just so that we sort of know that that's what we did, that what we're up to. And let's go back in and try the map out again. I'll just I'll start the game up. And it's be interesting to see how this one actually does look. I'd be keen to just pop it up there actually and put it into the area, but I do want to try to get the underground to look good as well. So if we go to open the data directory. And in this one, I just need to go into files. YouTube does tactic, illustration, DOM5 map, arena. And so we changed the base map, we changed the, which one did we do? The Highland and the kelp. So I'll just copy those into our Arena DOM 6. And let's see what we end up with. This should be interesting. So we'll go and create world, load map, arena, and test again. Middle age, okay. And backspace until we've just got 2. I could just go random, but I think I'll actually choose, I'll try, it would actually make farmland. Maybe Tianchi. Let's just go with random something else and we'll just sort of see what it comes up with. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that, and then we'll come back to winter afterwards. That's not working. So we've just got plains there, we've got highlands there, forest there, and waste there. This is plains again. That's not accurate. Let's just end our turn and see what happens. No, this is not working. That's not working. Why is that? And this isn't working either. So the water is not over. Yeah, okay. So we can't do this, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a tricky one. So that didn't work. But these are standing out nicely on the map, I've got to say. I like this. It's the balance is okay, but yeah, it's a shame this doesn't work. It's only okay. So it's using the base map for water and for water. It's almost, yeah, for water and plains. Okay, so we really have to get rid of that layer, unfortunately. Now the other thing I can do would be to change the way that the map is structured, and have it so that it's hidden. It's still going to be needing to use those. So it thinks that that's the default for plains and water, which it's not. I'll let it run forward again a little bit and see if when it extends out a little bit further. Just go a bit further again. Yeah, this is just C. I'm not going to get to here. That's pyrene. Okay, so we're going to we can't do that, unfortunately. So it's we'll just go and quit without saving. All right, so that's a shame. So in that case, we have to go back and replace what we just did and output the base map again. So that didn't work, which is a shame because you sort of need that fog of war type thing. You just don't know what's going to be there when you actually go and do it. So unfortunately, the cloud thing just didn't work. I'll just go and turn on. I'll leave it there just in case at some point. I might actually suggest that they override. If there's a plains and a water layer, use that instead of the default map. I think that would be certainly much more useful to us, and we need water as well. I think what I need to do is put that one above water. So that's our basic plains. Yeah, I might actually suggest that to them. I think I'm just going to write that down in my little list of things to do. So we've done that one through there. With plains, water, if available. Because you don't really see, there's no reason to make a plains map unless you're going to use it, which they're not using it, and the water map as well. Like if it's there, use it, I think. So I'll save that one and we'll just come back in. So so this is actually what we now need to save as our base map again. So file, save as Targa. So that will, yeah, would have loved for that to have been the way it sort of worked, that would have been. I'll see if I can. I might even sort of try to show that, because I think that would actually be really quite nice. All right, so if we go with the, I'll just leave that one where that is. Yep, it's done. If we've done a save, there we go. So we've got the save. So we've got the, just minimize that for a second and grab it from here again. Place it into here. And we'll start the game again. Let's try it again. It's just a bit too bright and shiny. I can make it so that you don't see it, but then you don't see the border either. And in this case, I want the border to be shown. So just go create world. Just go to actually load map, arena, okay, test, okay, delete that game. All right. So this is Uruk. So we are awake. That's okay. I'll just press random. And okay there. Okay, so we've got farmland around us. We are starting off as plains in through here. We've got plains out through that side, which looks good. We do have the river. Sorry, those in there, and these look okay. So we've got Ermor in there as well. So we've got like we're aware of them, but we're not really aware. This is why I would have loved to have had that terra incognito type thing actually happening in there. But overall, it's looking good. I think that looks pretty presentable with everything that's actually happening here. So that's great. Okay, well let's actually flip now to the underground and see if we can actually do an underground map. And what I'm just going to do here initially is just test like a really basic design. So I'm going to go and copy the arena map, and I'm just going to call it Arena Underground, and we're just going to deal with that one. Now, I don't know exactly how this is going to work. Yeah, I've got no idea. So we'll just do the absolute most basics. So I want to do the same sort of thing in through here, where I end up with two underground areas on either side of this one, and I won't bother dressing up these bits and pieces just yet. So we'll sort of figure that one out as we go. So we'll exit out of this one, quit without saving. In this case, we'll quit out of that and go back into what we had. So we'll just go and so we'll still let this one open. So that one is fine. We'll just go and save. We've got that one already saved, so we'll do a save as. This will be Arena Map Underground, or Caves. Now what I could do here is just save this anyway. Like if I just go and place, just for the sake of it, just go and place, say, Wasteland, or maybe even better, just do Highland, and just leave it at that. And then we'll just see what it looks like with this particular map. And so we'll sort of set this one up where I build an underground map using this one as an underground, just to test it all out. So let's just try that one out. So we'll just do a file, save as, or export as. Where are we? Export. Oh God, where am I up to? Edit. No, file. Export single layer. Targa, and this will be Arena Map underground. Yeah, I'll call it Caves. Underscore Caves. All right, so that'll be the cavern layer. Now I'm not sure if I have to do other things with this, but I'm just going to place this one in here. So just click on OK, and so we'll set up this one as a full thing, because it's exactly the same layout. I can use what I did to actually then go and generate the new, like a new map for this one, and then just go from there. So we'll just test it out and see how we go. So if we go and just do a quick save with that, and we're then just going to do, we've already done the export, so I'm just going to go and leave that one for a second. So if I close that one, that should be okay. And then we've got the Targa Caves. Where's Caves? Didn't I save it? Hang on. Losing my mind here. Oh, hang on, it was down the bottom, I think. File. Targa. Arena, oh, it should be Arena Dom 6. Yeah, I'll just do this one. Dom 6 _ caves. Actually, no, I can still keep it like this. Arena map caves. No, I still call it Dom 6. I'll do the same. Just keep it consistent. All right, there we go. I knew I saved it. All right, so let's go now and change the. Let's go and edit the original. And so we need to now. I haven't tried this before, so this is all a bit new for me. So if we go to Tools and Manuals, Map Editor, load the map, Arena Dom 6, Arena Dom 6 map, and click on OK. So this is what we currently have, which is fine. So we've now got the land arena, water arena, and we now want to put this area as a gateway, and this will be gateway number 1. So we now actually have a cavern layer that goes underground there. The other thing we want to be changing, if we just go into the advanced commands. So it says a plane with random caves will be created during the creation. So tunnels between the cave plane and the first plane with deep caves and evil will also be dug. Now, can't we build the cave? Now we can build the cave layer. Deep caves plane. And let's just try it without that selected. And we'll just save the map. So we now actually have an area. Now, I think if we play the game, that will then have an access point straight down below. Now, we probably won't be able to see it effectively, but that's gateway number 1. You can only have one gateway, I believe. So that's got that one selected. We'll just exit that one. We'll just go to the map editor, and we're going to load a map. Dom 6. Oh, hang on, cancel. Map editor. Oh, this has got to be Dom 6 map. Okay. Advanced commands. That's not it, is it? I forgot where it was. Control A. So we've got cave areas in through here as well, but this is not what we want. So I'll just exit this. Open user data directory. I thought it was in here somewhere. Map editor, load map. Yeah, I don't know. There's no other, there's nothing else in here. If I enable it, oh, hang on, there it is down the bottom there. Add plane. So now we actually add the plane. So we need to go into Dom 6. Now we go to caves. That's got it. and now we're looking at the caves layer. So this is now the one that we then actually have. So now when we go in, we now change all of these. Control A. Oops, hang on. Control A. I guess we can just make everything cave. I thought it would have done that automatically. And it's got cave look. I've got no idea. Province is a cave province on the underground. This is underground plain province, so I don't know what the difference is. I'll just try it all with cave, and then we'll come back and sort of flick it around to something else. I don't know if there's any other commands that we can do. C. Yeah, I don't know what cave look is. It's actually not even shown there. Okay, so just C. So just press C on each of these. Oh, that shouldn't do that. Okay, we'll have a look and see. I think it's Control click or Shift click. Oh, actually, that's something I should have been doing. Oh, actually, we don't want that. So I'll just leave that where that is. Now that's not supposed to go there. Yep, that works better. Don't know why it did all that. Oh, it was guessing. It was doing a best guess. Because it's come in as a separate layer, it's trying to figure out what's next to it. And so it's actually trying to figure out, okay, yeah, I'm allowed to do this. So we do have to go and check everything. That's actually good to know. So you do have to, with the cave layer, you have to be very, very careful. Yep, that's got it. Oh, hang on, no, we still need to get to there. That's right. Yeah, so they both have to have access to that point there. All right, so now this one also has access to that one, and that one also has access to that one. There we go. So that's it. That's the way it should sort of be looking. So let's just, and everything I now think has got cave everywhere. Now we don't know what type of thing we're going to end up with in here, so let's just go into this one here. Can be a start location. That can be a start start location, and I'll just leave the two. That'll be okay. So I won't bother doing no starts. I'll just do a quick save in here. I'll just do a save map. Now that should have now built a bigger area. Oh, hang on, we need to have this one. Is going to have the gateway number 1. It's funny, it didn't show up there. Anyway, it's still there. Alright, so that's gateways will connect to gateways with the same number on the other planes. Yep, so that's fine. So we'll just go Control Save. Actually, we'll just go and save the map. There we are, and exit, and let's just see what actually happens here now. So we'll go to Create World. So if we start as Agartha, load a map, arena, hang on, what's going on there? Create world, load a map, arena, yeah, that's okay. I'm losing my mind. So we'll start as Agartha and just see what we end up with down here. There it is. fact, what we could do is just start another one as well. And we'll go with Zialba. I want to see what happens with them. This will be interesting actually, because I haven't designated the shapes or anything with this map. Yeah, this will be interesting. We'll see what actually happens here. So we'll just go OK. We'll see what we end up with. So we'll start with Agartha. Yes, this is now this is actually a cave. That's a cave forest, but it didn't change the description at all. So that's actually not working well. This is also Fog of War is actually kicking in here. So it's cave forest. So we've got a couple of cave forests. There's no crystal caves that we're seeing. It's also just thought of as being a cave. That's a crystal cave there. So these are the things that I'm not sure how to actually do this. Okay. So cave, yeah. So we've got cave forests in around those. Let's just end their turn and just go to Zialba. Oh, that started above ground. I was thinking, what the hell? So this one's working. There's the gateway to the underhome, which is in the middle here. So that is actually showing it there. Yeah, okay. Right, so Zialba didn't start underground. I thought it did. I thought that's where it was supposed to. Who else starts underground? Let's quit without saving. Just try another one. So load a map. It's sort of getting there, but it's not really getting there because we don't know how to do the crystal. So before I actually upload this, actually I may just put up a basic version of it, and then we'll do the cavern layer. Like I'll do arena and then arena plus caverns, and do it that way. So I'll do the caverns later on. I'll just do this one as a above ground until I actually know how to do the caverns. So if we go to arena, okay, test, delete the game. Agartha definitely starts under there. So Tis can start underground, but not usually. Chaka doesn't. Here's a wasteland inhabited by giants. Abyssia can, and yeah, the other one's not really so much. Let's try that one as well. Just go and do these both as human. These probably won't start underground at all. Yeah, so I think I'll leave this off for another day. I'll just go and yeah, we'll finish it up. So we can see where these end up going. So they're above ground. Again, this looks good though. Like, you know, it did start in plains, It's got the swamp. It's just this one here. This is to the Underdark. Again, it's just, and that's a crystal cave there. So there's a crystal cave underneath there, but it's not the graphics. It doesn't tell you how to do the graphics. Okay, so that is interesting. Yep. So that's to do the random stuff. It's not going to doesn't quite do it. Quit without. Hang on. No. Exit. We just want to end our turn. Then go to Abyssia. They started underground. So Abyssia started underground in just a cave. Got a cave forest, a drip cave, good. Then another cave there, a crystal cave, cave forest. Yeah, okay, so it's just not filling in the gaps. It's not filling in the gaps. All right. That's interesting. Now, if I left it random, that would sort of work. Like if I didn't bother actually building my own cavern layer, but I'd sort of want to. Yeah, I'm going to have to report that. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back again. So I'm just going to exit out of that one. Oh, sorry, quit without saving. Hi, Braden. How you going? This is one of the. This has one of the best map editors. Yeah, it's interesting, but it's that one. The underground is not working, or not. It's not functioning properly if you do your own maps. So we do need to have the other bits and pieces in there. So what I'll do is I will go to. What I'll do is I'll set this one up. I think this one's ready if we just get rid of the underground, and just leave it as purely an arena map. But oh God, I really want the underground. What I'm going to do, I'll try it a different way. If we go across, if I get rid of what I've got, if I go to Tools and Menu, Map Editor, Load Map, DOM6, there's the other .map file. Ooh. I wonder if there's anything else in the manual about this. So that was underscore plane2.map. Which is good because it sort of now leaves it open. Yeah, multiple planes. You can have map with multiple planes if you want. Each plane needs its own .map file and .tga files. It says S. The extra planes must end with mapplane2.map or mapplane2.tga if it's a plane 2, the first extra plane. When you start the map editor, you should always load the first plane. The rest of it will be loaded and saved automatically. So, I've got a feeling if I make a forest, and we can just test this. We can just test this by doing map plane 2 underscore forest. Let's try that. Exit, quit. So this is actually the area that we're in. So we'll go to arena. Yeah, so we might as well test it. Now, did it create a DOM, an arena DOM6? It didn't create its own. Yes, it did. Plane 2. There we go. So let's now just go and create a couple more. We've got there's farms. I don't think there's farms. There may be farms in it, but we don't know. So we'll go forest. Highland, I think it would be in there. I don't know about swamp. I've got a funny feeling swamp's in there somehow. That might be the wet, the drip cave. Let's try this out. Arena DOM, waste. Maybe it's that one as well. Okay, so let's just go with these ones here. So just go Control C, Control V. So with these here, we're just going to go to, that's the name of the map. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's still okay. Yep, that's still exactly the same name. Cool, 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 cool. So we just go in this one and ditch this in front of that one, and just get rid of the copy. Forest. That would be enough for us to be able to test it out. Okay, that's fine, that's done. The next one we had was this one here. Now, we're not going to be able to tell, unfortunately, with, oh yes we can just change it another thing around. So if we just go Control V there, so that's swamp, and then the other one was just waste. And I'm not sure if waste is in it, but we'll find out. And that's all we had. So let's now go to plane2.tga, and we'll just go back to this one here. Just go Control C, and then Control V. And we're just going to get rid of this one here. Control C and delete. And then go to this one, Control V. Right, okay, so that's now got plane 2 forest, highland, swamp. So we'll see what actually happens with this. So Braden's saying, I think you also need all the biomes for the terraforming. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this, because we're now that we've got the structure of this one here, we'll now be able to tell, because this one should now work if this works. Because it did say files, and so this one does sound like it's what it actually is. So let's just give that a go. If this works, and if we find out exactly what it is, because there's only 4 biomes underground, and so if we just go to Create World, Load Map, Arena, and OK, and this will be test again. Oops, test. OK, delete the game, Middle Ages. The first one we'll go with is Agartha, and the second one we'll go with was Abyssia, I think, wasn't it, that worked? This will be really interesting. Please work. No, it didn't. It's cave. So it's supposed to be a cave forest. Alright, we can try something a bit different. We can actually try putting... The cave forests are the most prevalent. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go and make another group with cave forest, and but I'll put it the other way around. So I'm assuming that would still work. Let's just quit without saving. Quit. So where we've got it before with the plane 2, let's just do this one on its own and just see if this actually then works. So Control X and then put it at the back end of it, Control V. Let's just see if this actually does anything. So we're now putting forest underscore plane 2. So we'll do a quick save there. Oh, sorry, not a save. I just got losing my mind. So there is a cave look and a cave wall in map editor. Yes, It is in there, but I don't need it. And if you just do caves, if you just designate everything as caves, as long as more than 80% of it is just caves, it won't override it. Sorry, it'll override it with random stuff. So, which is what we want. So we just go to create world, loaded map, arena. Okay, we're getting close. It's just not quite doing what we want. Delete that game. Middle age. In this case, we go Agatha, and I'm pretty sure that was Abyssia that actually did work there before. So Agatha. Nope. It's cave, 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 cave. Ah, now we don't know. Cave, cave. It's a cave forest, but we don't actually have. We don't have. Oh God, this couldn't have been worse. All right, start again. So that was all just caves basically, and we can't use the water ones because we don't actually have anything different on those. So we'll quit without saving. One bug I found is that you can click through some menus. Click through some menus. Oh, do you mean on top of other menus? On top of other things? Actually, yeah, I'm not sure about that. So we'll go quit without saving here. Create world again. We'll just try that again. Delete game. So that one we just didn't actually generate what we would need to see it. So I could do it with actually I could do it with kelp. That would be the best one for us to use. So if I go with random, just get rid of these, and this one we want to just go with Agatha again, and we will go with. So this is supposed to be the flooded caves. Let's just try these. Oh, in the editor at least. Okay, yeah. I don't know if the editor probably hasn't had as much attention as some of the others. So I think this one's supposed to start in the caves, but it didn't before, and it's supposed to start in a drip cave. Please show us this time. Yeah, cave forest. It's not working. No, it's not working. Whew, okay. What else could it be? So the cave has swamp forest and highlands. Yeah, that's what I think it has. And so I've already set them up. So the crystal cave should be the highlands. We're not seeing any of those this time around. And I haven't set this one up properly, but that's a shame. I wonder how we get the graphics. Because no one's actually done it yet, I don't think. So so I wasn't sure if it was wasteland or highland. So I've set up all of those as a test. So the swamp is the drip cave. I wonder if it definitely is cave forest. Yeah, I think it would actually be underscore forest at the back end of it. Yeah, I don't know how that's actually sort of supposed to work. What else can we try? Quit without savings. Quit. So with what we actually have. So plane 2 is there. I'm just going to use kelp as my test. Control C, Control V. So we'll do a few of these where we I'm just going to get rid of the highland, the swamp, the waste. Actually, where is the forest? Oh, it's forest plain 2. Yeah, we'll get rid of that as well. Delete those. So we'll just try to focus on the plane 2. Control C. And we'll just make this one underscore F. See if that works. Is there any other names that are the same? Oops, hang on. F, W, and no, there's 2 F's. Because W is for winter. They spell winter up there, and then these have to have a. Oh, you know what it might be? It might be either F. I'll just do a few of these and see if any of them work. And if one of them works, then we'll sort of be okay. So let's just go Control C, Control V. 3. So let's just do a few of these. So we've just got copy will be forest. Okay, the second one will be forest without the underscore. And what else should we do in here? This one would be plane 2. We've got underscore F. Let's just do an F. If one of these works, then we just have to find which one actually is the pattern for it. So forest and kelp are the same. Not in the well, I don't think it wouldn't be kelp underground. I'm pretty sure it'd be forest. I mean, we'll see if the forest should be the easy one for us to pick, I think. And it's Highland and Gorge. Yeah, Highland and Gorge, I've got them, like they're on my, actually I can't really open this one up easily, but this is, that's actually working fine. So I've got all that happening. And I'll just save this, sorry, I'll just open the edit the game up again and just see if we can get it to work now, because it's picking it up from in here. I might actually look at the map file as well, the .map file. So if you just go across, and the kelp graphic I've got really does stand out, so I'll know if it's different. We'll just go across to, and the kelp one's also got it both in the water. On the map that I'm using, it's both in the water and elsewhere, so I'll see the difference. So hopefully we see kelp somewhere. What am I trying to do? Create world. Load map, arena. Test, okay. Delete the game. Gartha and Abyssia. Let's see what happens this time. It's been nice and stable actually, which has been good. Okay, please show up this time. Nope. There's a drip cave there. That should have been the swamp. Crystal cave there. Look, actually, yeah, there's cave forest. Yeah, so there, I don't know what else I can try. I've tried so many patterns to make it work. And it should be just loading it in. I'm going to try something different. Okay, this isn't working. So quit without saving. Quit. So we'll just go in and have a look at the dot map file. Just open this up in Sublime Text. So this is image file, arena dom 6 underscore plain tugger, the size. The dom version, it does say in the manual to make that 600. Let's just try that. It's good, it's got a bit of a description in through there. It's just the borders. So there's really nothing else there. Special per province commands. Yeah, there's nothing else there. So that's everything. And the gate is number 1. So that looks like it's working fine. All right, let's have a look and see if we can find any other information in the manual. All right, all files except for the first 2 can have a W added. So it gives the example for the W. It's not necessary to have all the terrain looks. The default look will be used. Yeah, that's okay. If you don't provide specific terrain, if you have multiple planes, the plane 2 part should go first. There it is. It says my map plane 2 underscore waste. All right, so there's the exact example of what we're looking for, but it doesn't work. So let's try a few of these and change the map up a little bit more. So we've got the let's do exactly that. Let's just see if there is a waste. Although I did do this before, so we'll get that one to go to waste. Forest didn't work. Let's try. What else was there? Drip cave. Score now. There was a FB. FB. I wonder what that is. Let's put that on. It might be something. FB. Now I don't know what FB would be. And then we've got this one as well. So we've got underscore. So it's still the underscore pattern. Underscore. Drip. Waste. Cave forest. Let's just see if that does it. Okay, so terrain all have the same code for Provincione Marcus Caves, I think, yeah, because it's a terrain combo, but you still don't have to do it because it's still changing it. So it's just got to find the graphics, because it's still actually, it's only the graphics that need to kick in. Now, if one of these work, if we just got to make sure that we end up with a, well, waste probably won't, but FB, I don't know what that B would be. It's just funny having it in the bottom there. It's a weird one, actually. It's really weird. So we'll go with Create World again, loaded map, arena, and if one of these work, then we just have to isolate it, basically. So that's, and I hope it does, but I'm not holding my my breath. It may have to come later. Oops, add new player. Where was it? Agatha and Abyssia. Please work. No, still not there. It's cave, cave, cave forest, and still nothing. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to help us. Well, saying open up in the map, load it in the map editor. I don't think it's going to work because if you load it in the map editor, that's expecting you to know what's supposed to be on there. So that's actually not doing anything. I think I'm going to have to ask for help from the devs as to what's going on. They're pretty busy this week, so I don't think it's going to. I don't think the information will come very quickly. I mean, if I do load it up, if I go to the map editor, load map, and then go to plane 2, just click on OK. This will only load plane 2, number 2, which is not advisable. Yeah, about map file. Okay. So if we go to the map editor, load map. I've already added a plane. Or enabled. I think the only thing I could do initially would be to get rid of that plane and then just do deep caves plane enabled and just have it as a random so that you actually select what you want. If it was done that way. Yeah, that'll do. Let's just see what happens here. You add planes in advance. Yeah, so you load it up in the. You do add the plane in, which you've already done. So that, and all it does is just load the graphics in. Unless it's looking for it now. So maybe. Plane 2.targa. Oops. Oh, that's interesting. Add plane. $6. Okay, it needed the. You can't call it plane 2. That's actually good to know. So you've got to actually have a separate map to bring in. Now maybe it actually sets it up. Re-render map. Redraw the map. Use this after changing terrains to make the. Okay, that's just a. You have to go back through all of these again and make all of these caves. I won't worry about the linkages. It's doing this because we haven't set up the actual areas yet. So they're all just cave. Okay. Unless it needed those other maps in there. So we'll just go and say, use the advanced commands. So I've still got this one on. Let's just see what actually happens here. So just go and save the map. And then exit. All right, that's okay. I think I may have screwed this up. I'll just go with Agatha and just leave the other one random. It's funny. I thought I had an AI selected for that one. No, I mustn't have. Oh, hang on, no, that's... No, we're up top. Damn it, I got excited there for a second. I thought, we were actually in the top layer. Yeah, and this has actually now got all the borders have screwed up. Okay, so yeah, all right. Well, we'll need to go back in again, won't we? Yeah, so this is now generated its own random map. Because we clicked that other thing on. Let's start from scratch again. Just quit without saving, and then quit. So I'm going to get rid of. I've got the DOM 600 back. I'm just going to go and delete this whole map, and I'm going to delete that one as well. Although I might have a quick look at this one in Sublime Text. It's been changed back. There's nothing else got loaded in there at all. Yeah, I know I had random map selected. I wanted to see if that would change anything, and it didn't. But it actually screwed up everything else. So let's just go and ditch that one, and we'll start again. All right, so Control C. And then this one here, this will be, that's this one here, dom6.map. There we go. Try that one. So this is essentially the original that had come in. So we'll have a look and see. Just minimize that again. We'll see if this actually does anything. Yeah, I did have random map selected, so I'll try getting it. I'll get it back to its basics. Then I'll do another copy, and then I'll do another one after that. So if we just go across into Tools and Manuals, Map Editor, Load Map, and then we've just got this one in here. So that's now the basic one. Now this is a no start. If we just go Control A. Yeah, and so this is now all. I need to get back to a clean version of basically nothing selected. That one's fine. This one is fine. That one's okay. That one's all right. Turn that one off. One off. They're all okay. Nothing there. That's just C province. C. Turn that one off. Kelp forest. Deep sea is fine. I'll just leave that one where that is. C. Highlands. All right, that's good as well. So that sets all of those up. I might just have a quick look and see the province areas. Yeah, cool. So this one at least it's got the shapes which I had set up before. So that's all okay. So it's remembering all of those this time. All right. So we'll just now save this one. So save the map. So I won't do. I'll save this and then take a copy of this one. So this is our basic. This is like our basic version. And we'll just quit out. I should have taken a copy of the previous one. So Control CV. This is DOM 6.01 .back. So that's actually our first actual backup. So I might just do a copy of that one. This is Control C. I'll just take a reference of what we're doing in here. Edited from DOM5.map. That's pretty much, because the 0, 0 is actually the starting point. This one is now going to be the new one. Just do a quick save in through there. And let's have a look and see what that one does. Oh, you know what I should have done? I think I don't know if I left anything else on. I think I may have. I just want to have a look and see what actually happens here. So just click on OK. Test OK. Delete the game. Middle Ages. And this time I'll just go 2 randoms. Pangea. In this case, just do random in there. We'll see if we do start off with a underground area. No, so that one didn't have the underground, and this one is actually now building up what it's supposed to do. It's making the, so this one here is just going to be a plains. That'll be plains, plains, forest, forest. So that's all working fine. That's just C. That one's just C. We don't get to see the others just yet. There's Pythium back over to the other side. So that's working. So it works here on this level. And that's probably all I really need to do to upload at this point in time. I might still make a random underground. So let's actually just go and add that one in. So we'll just go and we'll exit out of that one. And then I'll just go and tweak a few little extra things in through here. So over time, I'll slowly sort of, once we get information about how to make it work, I can then actually make it work. So we'll just go and escape, quit without savings, quit. All right, so that's the one we currently have. Sorry, we need to go back in there again. Yeah, sorry, so I'm just looking at the comments there. So I think we're still actually okay. We'll just go back into Tools, Map Editor, load the map, dom6.map, click on OK. And we'll just now double check all the settings that we had. So advanced commands. Yeah, we do actually have a deep caves plane enabled. So that one actually would have been turned on somewhere. There would be a cave network somewhere else on the actual map itself, but we want to dictate where that one goes. So that's actually technically, I'll still actually leave it on there. Mark positions, mark mini sites. Yeah, that's okay. We're not going to. I'll just do these, and it's not going to matter much. Remove neighbors. Yeah, that's all okay. Dominion overlay color. Oh, that's cool. This is too bright. Let's make it a bit duller. Bit more. That to me looks better actually. I prefer that. So let's just go with what's dark yellow. It's I actually like that one a bit better, but I think I'll still just bring it back a little bit and then just make it a bit more muted. That'll do. Just click on OK. So that's now a new colour. Let's go and exit out of that one, and we'll just go into the land arena and put the gateway in there. So this will be gateway number 1. So there may still be others if it does generate these. Actually, what the hell's that? Oh, it's large, yeah, large province. So we're seeing all of the stuff. That's deep sea. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, large provinces back at the back there as well. Okay, so this I think looks fine as far as what we need. So let's just save the map. And we'll load this one up to where it's supposed to go. Hi Super Mew Kitty, how you going? Does a map making in DOM 6 work better than DOM 5? I've had to use MapNuke to generate maps. Your MapNuke is almost ready, I think. Actually, he may know like the answers to a lot of my questions. But because he would have had to have solved these, I'm thinking. But at least if we just leave random maps at this stage, so until they fix that, I'll just leave it so that it's random. So we'll just save the map again and exit. Just have just one last look. Yep, that's all good. Exit. And I'll change this one to 01 actually. So I'm just going to go and sorry, I'm not thinking straight. Let's quit back out of there again. So we've got the, if we have a look at the, so we're going to go into here. I'll just do a copy of this one. And then this one here is what we want to use for that one, because I still had random maps on this one. So that'll be 01. That'll be okay. So I'm not going to want them in the Steam area. I'm going to want them. Actually, this is the DOM 5 map. That'll still be okay. I'll go back to where I've got all this stuff saved, and then I'll just create like a base point for this particular map, because all of this should be in another area, and I should actually have a zone for the bits and pieces that I'm fiddling about with. So if we just go back across, and I'll set this one so that people can actually download it, and I'll probably have to set the arena. Yeah, I think this is useful. This is actually quite useful the way it currently is, and until we actually find out what's going on with it, I think it will be good. So I'll just go back into where I've got it all saved. There's Arena DOM 6. Now we've got pretty much all of the stuff has now been set up here. There's nothing else there. I'll just go and copy all of that across. Actually, this is not quite right. I'll just do it. Just do another little area. It's a new folder. I'll just call this one working files or something like that. So it's brought all of those across, because there's a lot of stuff in here we just don't need. Now back in here, let's go and clean this one right up. So we have. Don't need these backups in this particular version. I've already got them back over there now. So we get rid of both of those. Cave we don't need. So I'll just delete those as we go. Forest, Highland, Kelp copy. Hang on, where's Kelp? Better take these off as I go. So we've got DOM 6 Kelp, DOM 6 Plain, Plain 2 we don't need. All of these Plain 2s can go. And we've got Swamp, Waste, Water and Winter. Oh, I've still got to make all my winter maps. Alright, well we'll have to do that now actually in that case. So yeah, Super Mew Kitty saying Dominions is not easy to mod or generate maps like other strategy games. And yeah, Braden saying he got it working. Yeah, does the map making in DOM 6 work better? Actually, you've already asked. Yeah, I already asked to answer that one. So yeah, it's MapNuke is actually it is working. I know that Lucid's got it working. All right, so we've got a little bit of work to do here. what we need to do is to get all the winter maps done. Right, which is not that bad. It's not actually that bad. So what I'm going to do is I am going to open up so I'll just go back to my graphics area and just sort of start that again. So this is Arena. This is now Arena Stom 6 with the working files, which is fine. Yeah, so this is still not quite ready. So we do actually have a basic winter map, but it's not what we want. So I'm going to go and open up, I did actually have a look at some of my old maps to see what I'd actually done. And I'm just going to use the same technique, which is fairly simple and easy. It's just a matter of recoloring, essentially. Open recent. So I've got, I think this multiplayer map is where I'd set up a few different layers to make it look the correct way. And so this is a much more pale map than what I'm working on at the moment, but it's got the same sort of graphics throughout. And if I have a look at the winter, we'll sort of see that there's, if I turn summer off and turn winter on, everything is pretty much the same. It's just with a little bit of a tweak to it. So it's actually the same map with just a little bit of extra stuff on it. And so if I have a look at the, if I have a look at both versions, we've got trees, but then what I've got is I've got a color balance here. If I turn that one off, that's just affecting the trees. And so I can do the same thing with I can just drag that across. Oh, hang on, this is actually, this is masked. That's interesting. Now that I should be able to do that one, so it only applies to the layer below it. Oh, hang on, we've got this one as well. I don't know what that is. That's extras. Not sure what the extras actually are. Okay, these special mountains and stuff. Alright, so they were affected by it. If I turn that one on or off, actually no, the mountains weren't. It was literally just the trees that were impacted by it. So so that's just something I can do just with my levels. I can actually figure that one out. That's just a color balance and at 90% normal. Okay, that's fine. Then we've got the fill copy. Again, that's just jigging these little things, so we don't need to have those. The detail outline is also nothing we have to worry about. Then we've got another color balance, which is for the water. So we'll look at that in a bit more detail. So that's 100%. Yeah, okay, so we might have a look at that one as well. And then we've got another color balance for the rivers. I don't have any rivers on mine, so I'll just leave that one where that is. Then we've got the color balance for the background of the borders, and above that I've then got like a crosshatch everywhere, which is the winter shapes, the winter coloring, which I can do that anyway. So that's actually not going to be a real problem. So I think I can do this with just I can just manipulate this. If we go to, you've got the grunge in there. That's look, the fact that it's actually been copied. That's yeah, that's not really a problem. So I think that's all. But I don't really need to worry too much about that, to be honest. So I think I'm just going to go in and I'll have a quick look and see what this one was. So this was actually just a color balance where the cyan, yeah, so color level was where the blue, it went towards the blue and the cyan. And yeah, we can do that. We can do that. So let's actually just try that and see what actually happens with the actual overall map. So we'll just go back across to our map. File. Open. Oh God, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Open recent. Revert. All right, so this is a much more deep coloured map than the other one. I'm just going to see what happens if I just happen to place something up in the top and through here, and I'm just going to go and change the overall colour, because it's only these other zones that are really the big deal. So if I just go into, for example, kelp, and select that area, that is the only area that's going to be changed with winter anyway. So I'll just go and set up an area right at the very top, where we just in here, where we then sort of go and change it. So so we can then sort of just tweak things and sort of see how it does work. We will have to we'll have to go and put something in each layer, unfortunately, but maybe not. We'll see how we go. So if we go and in through here and just add a layer above, just a correction layer. And this one, what they had was the color balance. So that's now been masked. So we'll just see how this one goes. So that was going back more towards cyan and back towards blue. That's probably too much. It's not bad though, actually. It's not a bad result. Let's just experiment with this a bit. Like that's with the that's with planes on. It's a bit much with the blues. All right, we'll try another one. Just go and grab this one again. Just turn that one off for a second and just throw another one in top here until we sort of get something that looks reasonable as a starting point. So we've got the which do we do here? Got the correction layer. So I think what we can do is level correction. Yeah, tone curve, not really. Color balance. The color balance probably is the best one. I could do gradient map. And yeah, I'll keep that one white. I'll make this one blue. Which gives it a really frosty sort of feel just automatically. That's actually not terrible, is it? Let's go in there somewhere. No, that's too dark. There's no white on it, so we could just go there and then we just go back up the other end. That's not bad, actually. I don't mind this at all. Even like all these things actually look pretty good as well, I think. So Super Mew Kitty Cat saying, love winter here is hot and humid now, so yeah, I can't wait for summer to end in March. I love the summer, but it is hot. We throw another one in the middle here, maybe. Let's make this one a bit brighter. It's too muted. There's no preview, is there? much. Oh, it is previewing. Okay. That doesn't look bad there. If we just make sure that this is just, yeah, it's just off white, which is fine. Just as an overall winter look, it's not bad. And then if we just go back through all the others, like that's what the forest would look like in winter. I think that would do, you know. I'm actually happy enough with that without spending a hell of a lot of time. It still looks different enough. Yeah, it does actually. This looks different enough. You can certainly tell, and that's all it needs to do. That one maybe not so much as some of the others, but it's still okay. And that's water. You know what we could do would be to actually put another, like almost like a snow pattern across the whole thing. Yeah, I've got to be careful of white because white designates where things. Like if you put white on your maps, it screws up the program. So it's got to be just off white. But I will actually put I'll actually do something different here. I'll go and set up a. I may even have some actually. If I go back to, I've got the hatch effects. I've got these as well. I've got sparkles, soft circles. What else? These just come with the actual program. Different sorts of stars. Let's have a look and see what happens if I go above this one with a gradient, a vector layer. Stars I don't like. Nope, that's no good. Circles. Nope. Feather, musical notes, bloodstains, dappled light, glitter. That's way too much. I can change these. It's effects. So I was using the hatching, the gauze cloud hatching, but that's not going to look as good. Sand, no. Friction, nope. Yeah, I was using that as well. Clothing, patterns, flower. Vegetation. Yeah, it's not going to be it. So bubbles, nope. Natural. Oh, I've got stones. I didn't realise I had that one there. Ruled, dotted line. Yeah, so I've got these maps. I've got the grassland. I may have to build my own again. Oh, actually, I know what I can do. I can just, I don't have to worry about these so much. If this is Lino Grunge, yeah, that's not going to be it. But if I go back to the airbrush, I've got things like sprays. Something like that would actually work. So if I go and control click on that one, and then just come back up into here and then add a mask to it, which is that one there. So I can then start to put in other things. Now I've got a tone reduction, I've got a blur spray. I might just try a few of these. I'll just try these with a really, really pale blue. didn't work. Oh, hang on, that's not going to work, of course. Blob spray. It's not bad, actually. It does give a cold feel to it. Let's just go and put a forest back in. Just use that as, it's a bit too much for this sort of stuff. But it's close. I don't mind this as well. This one looks like it's sort of snowing. I'm actually happy with that. I think that looks fine. So yeah, I think that'll be it. And I don't need to do it any greater scale than that. That's going to look fine. So that will just be the snow over the top of anything. So just for a winter map, that's going to be fine. So that makes life really, really easy for us. So we just go back out to here. We did ditch this one because we're not using it. Oh, that was only the mask. All right, so these are all our winter maps. So we're just going to go get rid of water. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no, that's okay. We've got now the winter maps is only for the bottom bit. So I'm just going to go and get rid of the base again. So I'll just get that to there. And what else have we got in there? Yeah, so we did actually just leave this one where it was. That's okay. So we'll so this will be forest W. I think it's just put a W on the end of it. So well, I don't know how we'll test this. It's really super cold. We go with one of the giants and just see what we end up with. But if we just go and start to export these out, so we have export single layer, Targa. So this will be forest W. So there's no space at the end of it. All right, that's cool. Then wastelands. Yeah, this looks fine. This looks fine. File. Save as Targa. And we had wastelands. Waste here. Save, okay. Next one is farmland. Yeah, these look great. Actually, these do look nice. File. And they do look very, very wintry. So export single layer to Targa. This is, I've got to be really careful. I'm tired, so I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to override one of the others. So save that one. Done. And swamp. Yeah, I like this a lot actually. File, save as. Geez, I hope that there's none that I don't think I couldn't have let anything go to white, so I think we're actually okay. Now this is swamp. Swamp W. Okay, and then we've got highland. Got a lot of maps, isn't there? And if you get the plains in there as well. So what I'll do is I'm going to upload this to to steam as is, and then when we figure out what to do with the other bits and pieces, so this is kelp, I'll then sort of do an edit. That might be months down the track. So if it's file, export Targa, that one was kelp W. Plane, we didn't do that one, so I'll just do that one. File, say, this isn't working the way I would hope it would be working, so I'm hoping that they'll fix this at some other time. I will actually ask them to look at that, to replace, if there is actually a planes thing, to actually then make use of it. So this one we're looking at plane, where are you? Plane W. Okay, and then the last one is water. So I actually don't need my winter map. Oh, winter base. Yeah, I should actually still keep the winter base. So we'll actually go and yeah, I'll make it actually as if it's a underscore winter. So we'll just I'll do that one with the. So I'll just turn off everything and we'll just use the. No, actually, I had the plane and the water, because I had both of them on to do this final one. So this one here we haven't done. So file, Targa, and so this one is got caves. I have to get rid of that one. I might just delete that one here while we're here. And actually, I don't need that either in here. This is actually the one that we're going to be uploading. Oh, hang on. No, I do need that. I need that last one. I don't need the caves one because we didn't actually make it. So we've got the. So this is. God, what were we up to? We're up to water, weren't we? This is wastewater. Now, just double check. We've got DOM6 caves. I'll leave that in there, but we won't move it across. Farm W, forest W, highland W, kelp W, plain W, swamp W, waste W, water, and now water W. So that's actually fine. So that gets all of them across except for the winter. We just need to do the winter one as well. So the winter will essentially be the plane and the water together. So that will be our winter base map. So file, export single layer to Targa, and so that will be under. Where's my winter version? Oh, didn't I do it? I didn't do it. Oh, that's good. That's a good pickup. Okay, so we needed that one as well. Done. All right, so we hadn't named the other one. All right, that's cool. So this is actually the so that's the base area for the winter portions of the map. I think we're done there. I think we're done. Save. Okay. I actually like this better than the other one. This one, it's so much easier. So much easier. All right. So that's now all done. So we'll close that down. Now in here we then have. We just need to bring these back across to here. Now we do actually have DOM6 winter. Oh, we did actually. I did rename it in here. So we've got DOM6. I'll just bring everything across. I won't bring the. So I'll just bring the whole lot. Swamp, waste, water, and winter. Control C, Control V. Wow, it's a bit of a mammoth task actually doing all this. fairly involved. So let's actually now start the game up again and see what happens if we can generate some winter ones. So create world, medium, load map, arena. Now what we should have is the central area. We'll go down to a randomly generated location. Just click on OK. Name with this name already exists. That's okay. We delete. Just want to make sure I don't screw anything up through here. It's just so we can test a few different things. So we'll go with Jotunheim because they're cold, and we'll go with. Let's try Gartha again and just see if they will actually generate on the random layer underneath. And just see if that actually does happen. So we'll just click on OK, OK. I can just go OK and just go yes and OK, which is probably easier than doing what I was doing before. And hopefully this will be cold enough. So let's try the cold first. Yep, so that's cold. That looks okay, and I actually don't mind the colour as well, the Dominion's colour. It's fairly subtle, and I think it sort of works in fairly nicely. So that, for me, looks good. Oh, and we've got two cave entrances. This is what you get when you get the random caves. So we definitely have one through there, and we have one in through here as well. Yep, so that's actually, that's fine. We'll just escape back out of there. Whoops. I'll just go back out. We can't see that one just yet. All right, so that goes down to an unknown destination. But we did actually end up with a cave in ours. Look, at this stage, for what this map is, that's fine. And the Gartha didn't start underground. So that's not good. But this is still working. We've still got the kelp forest back over there. Sea, plains, highlands, plains. Now let's try to find someone who. Let's go to Agartha. Just see what they end up with. So they've got swamps, forest. Then they've got plains. And then we still see the same things in through here. They don't have access to the underground, which is sort of, again, a bit sort of strange. Okay, well, that's the way it goes. But this one actually looks fairly good. So they don't get to see this, of course, but that's fine. They actually control this area. And I prefer this colour on this map. I think that works better. Okay, well, I think that's that actually works. That sort of does what we need it to do. I'll just try one more test. Quit without savings, create world, load map, arena. So over time I'll end up just tweaking this when we get the better map commands. So delete that one, Middle Ages, okay. Let's go with Oceania. And it's another cold one. Well, I think everything's working. I'll just try that one there and just see what actually happens here. Yeah, that one's gone double cold. This is for Arsaphale. And that one also went double cold as well, so this one should be fine. So we should end up with a couple more cold starts. One in the water and one on the land. Yep, so it's just starting in plains with the snow, so that actually starts off frozen. We've got swamp in the middle there with a temple. Not a temple, a throne. I should actually make those non-throne areas. Then what have we got in through here? Plains. That's just the way it works. we've got kelp forest back out that way. That's just what happens. That's okay. It's just a random stuff. Now the other one is Oceania back over the other side. And that one's also cold. That looks good, I think. And this one here, we've got the kelp forest. Just see, we've got a gorge in through here. Now the gorge didn't work. It's not ocean. Interesting. Okay, so the gorge doesn't work in the ocean. So it's not. So Highlands doesn't work. I better give that as feedback as well. I might just get that one up. Doesn't work. There we go. I'll drop those down. Well, I'll still upload it because there's nothing else I can do about it. We've done everything we needed to do up there. All right, so this is, I think, well, it's probably working as good as it can work at this stage. So I think it's, I think that's about as good as we're going to get until certain things are worked, and then I can always just come back with other revisions. I might just go and tweak this one, so I'll just go back in and just make sure we don't get thrones in those locations. So just quit without saving. Tools, then we just go to the map editor, load map. No throne. We really don't want to have thrones in these locations. Just to force it out away from this central area, because the whole idea is that you use this to practice your attacks. That's really what it's all about. So you set up basically a two-player game, and then you end up attacking into different areas to sort of see how you go against other factions. That's really what it was designed for. So I think that will work. That one, we've still got that one established, which is good. They're all okay with what they're doing. We've got the advanced commands. Yep, that's all okay. I think we've done everything we needed to do. So let's just save the map. Click on OK, and then we can just go out and just do one last edit of the .map file. So we'll actually exit. And we'll come in one last time after we've had a look at this. So this is actually the roaming one. So we've got the map file there. Oh, you know, I screwed up. I've been copying this one here. Oh, wherever it was. Yeah, not that one. Don't need that. Yeah, so anyway, this is the one that we need to... now I need to just get rid of this. To make this one compatible for Steam. Okay, then notes is going to go. We'll delete that. Now we've got there's nothing there that shouldn't be there. That looks good. I'll have to change the graphic on the other one because this is the actual one. And so let's just go and edit this. So open this in here. So we've got the so it's going to be arena. I'll keep that one there. Maps no hide. There's that. That's the map text color. That's okay. There's the DOM color, the Dominion color. Province is back in through there. I'm not going to tweak any of the other things. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. So let's go and add this one up. Because this is actually now, I won't call it Arena built for Dominion 6. I'll do that one in the description. I won't bother putting the description in here. So I'll I'll save it because the description's a bit janky. So so there we go. Let's go with that one, I think. So these are named. I don't have to name anything else, so they're just going to be random. Yeah, I think that's it. I really don't think I need to do anything else. So I can always just correct it. So let's upload it, and then I'll have to change the graphic for my other version, or I ditch it entirely. This is actually the one, isn't it? Really, this is the main one. I might just put another note that the other one is just a conversion, and this is actually a full remake. All right. So I just want to make sure. I'm just tired, so I just want to make sure I don't screw anything up here. So I think we'll process this one. Everything's in position. Everything's ready to go. There's nothing else we need to do. I'm pretty sure that's all we have to do. So let's just go across, and I might just generate a whole heap of images as well, just from different starts. So we'll just go to Tools and Manuals, Map Editor, Upload Map to Steam Workshop, Arena DOM 6, and hopefully this puts everything in there, and I won't know. Change notes. This map is for 2 players to test builds. It has been completely remade to comply with Dominion 6 map changes. Enjoy it. I'll probably put extra stuff in there, but that'll get us started. So I'll just click on OK. Now it'll be a little bit to load in there. There's a fair bit. There's 51 megabytes of graphics, so this is actually good. It's actually, it's processing all of it. Actually, that seemed a bit fast. Although I guess they're not massive, these Targa files. So with that one done, let's go back in and quit, and then we'll go to Steam and have a look. Alrighty. So just go across to Library, Dominion 6, Workshop. Okay, it starts off with friends' favourites, which is not good. Files you've posted. So this is actually the full arena. So this is actually the real one. Let's go and have a look at this one. Yeah, so it is there. Now if I subscribe, it's going to be hard for me to tell. I can actually subscribe and then look at the files. Let's just do that. So it's now going to download them. That way I can just check the files. All right, let's see if it's see what's in there. I'll edit the title and description. Arena. I'll come back and do that one later. Just leave it there for now, and we'll just save it because there'll probably be other little changes that I'll actually end up making. So we'll just go back to the item. So this one is now the fully compatible. Not that anyone knows it unless you're watching watching this, of course. So we've got that one established. Yeah, so it's running analysis, etc., etc. But this is now going to be the fully blown one. So we'll end up having to get different graphics in through here. What else do I need to do in here? Yeah, I wanted to just check and see what actually happened there with that one when it downloaded. So Steam, Steam Apps, Workshop, Content, and the most recent one is this one here. So this is actually the file for it. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Everything's in there. Great. Okay, well that should work. So yeah, I'm going to have two arenas. I'm going to have the one that I created, and then this one in here. But that's actually not bad. So if I now go back out, I'll just test it again in game, and I think we're done. That actually worked pretty well. So we just go back down to create world, loaded map. Yes, I've got two of them. I don't know which one's from Steam and which one's not. So it's the same one. Anyway, that's basically done. So just go and click on OK and test again. Delete Middle Ages. Actually, if I go Early Ages, let's go this way. I can play up to 4 players, but they have to be explicitly either land or water, like 2 land, 2 water. Although I've got the underground layer. What would happen? What would happen if we got, if we had 3 layers and one of them was Agatha? I'll just see if I can break it. Yeah, too many land players for this map. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Let's click on OK. Too many land players for this map. Oh, that's good. That's good. So it actually does, if we go random water nation, yeah, it will take it. Okay, so just do a random god. Oh, that's good. So it's actually checking it. So I think this one may be the one from Steam. Beautiful. Yeah, this is awesome. Actually, I really like it. Anyway, guys, I think I'll actually leave it there because we've done what we had to do. We've got a randomized map now built for Steam. I'll have to think about how I describe it so that it sort of makes sense for people. But it's that's really, really cool. So I'm really happy with that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'll catch you next time.